Okay. Everyone has those. Is it only online or?
Yeah, this is actually my friends that they left at my place. I used to have one. I lost it. I don't know where it went. But Amazon, I think, just has them.
Oh, okay. And then, and then go ahead and bring your remote out. And then you have a button on there as well. It's the single side on the. There we go. Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Good. And then for the strap, you can cut it, right? We like to have the owners like waiting like a week, 2 weeks.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot to give you this. Like a week or two, just to make sure that the collar is functioning well and everything. Because if you cut it, and if something happens to the collar, like, oh well, now it's not working, or there's like a
Okay.
you know, something happening, you'll go ahead and just you'll have to like buy a new strap and doing all this other extra work.
Okay.
So you have your knob. Clockwise is to increase, counterclockwise is to decrease.
Yep.
That single button on the side is the on or off.
Yep.
The front button is a pager. We don't use that. So like that's vibrating, right?
Okay.
We only use it to, like, you know, if I'm gonna turn the collar on, I can hit the pager. Okay, it's on. Then I put it on. Then you have a button where there's two buttons, right? On the so that's the logo, yeah.
Oh, that's
So on the other side we have a bumpy one and a smooth one.
Okay.
Throughout the training, we're going to be using the bumpy one only.
Okay.
The bumpy one is called Nick. So if we press that, it's going to be tap, tap,
Okay.
tap. If we're pressing like that, tap, tap, tap. If we hold it, it's just going to still be tap, right? That's it.
Okay.
The bottom one is called continuous. Difference is if I hold continuous, it's going to go tap and it's going to continue, right?
Got it.
There's an emergency for that. I think it's like a 12-second, it'll stop.
Okay.
But we also don't tap the continuous because this is Nick, right? Tap, tap, tap.
Yeah.
This is continuous. Tap, 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 tap. It's a little longer.
Yeah.
It's also stronger. So
Okay.
sometimes dogs are more freaked out by it and they're more edgy and it's just too much for their brain to think. So we like to, little moments of stimulation just to allow the brain to process like what's going on and like problem solving skills and stuff like that. What else? Any questions about the e-collar?
No, I guess more just like, will we figure out the shock value
Yes,
together?
yes,
Okay,
yeah.
Cool.
So again, you have 127. I'm assuming around like 0, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we're gonna find the working number, right? This number is gonna be the number that's working for Rigatoni and the number that's working for our training sessions, right?
Okay.
We have a few numbers before that, and if we see them, I'll go ahead and label them and, like, you know, this is like, you know, perception, or like this is like, this is, you know, there's like a few numbers that have different meanings. We're gonna go ahead and move on this side actually, so that we're out of people's way and they can walk past the mud and all. I'm gonna put my camera here. Good, and we can stay on the grass as well, yeah.
Cool.
So we're gonna go ahead and look at Rigatoni. We're gonna go ahead and go to 5.
Okay.
Good. So if I say tap, 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 I've given you 3 taps with that rhythm. So do your best to try to hit the button when I say tap.
Okay.
Only tap when I say tap.
Okay.
Good. So we're gonna go ahead and look at Rigatoni, and then whenever you're ready, tap, tap, tap. So nothing happened, right?
Yeah.
So then we're gonna go up in increments of 5 and giving 3 taps. 5, 3 taps, 5, 3 taps, until we see like the reaction we're looking for.
Okay.
And then go ahead and we'll go to 10.
Okay.
And then whenever you're ready, tap, 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 nothing. We'll do 15.
Okay.
Tap, tap, tap. Still eating the grass, 20.
Okay.
Tap, 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 25. And
Okay.
tap, tap, tap. Good. 30.
Okay.
And then tap. You see that?
Yeah.
So that's letting me know we're making contact, right? There was like some sort of like visual for me to see that there's something there, right?
Yeah.
But he is still kind of just chilling, right? So I'm gonna see if we can kind of get him moving with this tap to let him, because it's showing me that he's trying to turn it off, right? Here, he doesn't care. So I'll give it another tap, tap, good. And then we're at 30.
Yep.
Good. So right there, Rigatoni kind of looked down. I don't know if you missed it or not. So that to me is showing me perception. So we have connection, perception, and then we're gonna get to working. Connection was when we saw that, right? But he didn't care. He was like, right? Then that third tap, he was like, and then he was like this. He's like, okay, what is that, right? That's perception, but he's still just like, whatever.
Yeah.
What number are we at?
30.
Good. We'll go to 35.
Okay.
And then whenever you're ready,
Yep.
tap.
Oh.
Wait, yeah, tap. Wait, there we go. So that tap got him to move, right? He was sitting down and then boom, he moved, right?
Yeah.
Tap here.
Riggs.
And
Say
then,
his name or anything when I tap?
no.
Okay.
So you tapped and he just stopped at the grass and just came to us.
Okay.
So that's letting me know, okay, every single tap got us something, right?
Yeah.
So that's the number we're gonna be on.
Okay.
This number will most likely change, right? It's always the first lesson, this last client I had, she has a reactive German Shepherd. First class, we ended up finding the number at 90, right? As we went to the class, it was like 90, then it went to like 80, and then she started yelping, like, okay, we cut it again to like, okay, maybe try 50, yelping. We ended up on like 15, right? Because it's normal, starting high and then ending up low.
Yeah.
And it can happen throughout your program as well.
Okay.
Throughout the weeks, you'll find that as Rigatoni is being trained, he's becoming more sensitive to it.
Okay.
So that's where the number kind of goes lower, 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 because he's realizing, oh, I know what to do now. It doesn't need to be 30, it might be lower,
Yeah.
right? What else? And also remembering that the fur acts as a buffer. So if let's say Rigatoni is growing out his fur or whatever, the number could be higher because it's going through the fur.
Yeah.
Or if it gets groomed, right, it could be lower because there's less fur in the way of the contact points.
Okay.
Any questions about finding the working
I
number?
guess just like when he does have longer hair in the winter or gets shaved down, like should that be an exercise that I just do inside? Like I'll do like tap, tap, tap.
Yeah, you can. So
See where
yeah. So it'll be like a potty break first.
Yeah.
Or collar him up, potty break, then you can find your number outside because you're gonna be outside, right? The number could be different inside. So if you go home and you try, if you find your number inside, it could be a 15. When you come out, you're like, okay, I just found it inside. 15's not working because you're outside now.
Got it.
So we like to practice it, finding the number outside where you're going to be walking and seeing how it's going to go there. It's better to, before you do your walk, and we'll get to the walk and everything, before you do your walk, find your number first, because while you're finding your number on this walk, it's going to be a lot more difficult.
Okay.
But we're at 30, right? We reached
Yes.
30? Okay.
35, sorry.
Oh, 35.
Yeah.
So we'll stick like, I'll probably move over a little bit more so that we're kind of in between this muddy spot right here. But we're gonna go over the heel command, right?
Okay.
This lesson will just be shaping the behavior. We're not gonna say anything. It's just when you feel this, buddy, it means to come to dad, right?
Okay.
Not run away. Because usually, like, when dogs feel a strange feeling, they're like, I need to turn this off. I should probably run away, right? So that'll happen. Like when you see dogs first time, like there's like this video that was trending. This dog walked up to like an electric fence and got shocked, right? And then he just took off. He just took off. He didn't know where he was going. He was just taking off, right? So we're gonna like teach him like, when you feel this, it means come to me. So heel is walk with me, stay with me, and sit when I stop.
Okay.
When we're teaching this, right, go ahead and you can come like right here with Rigatoni. Good, right there. And then do you want to walk Rigatoni on your left side or your right side?
I never thought about that.
Our traditional is left side.
Okay.
If like right-handers as well, it's just easier for them to do this, and like they have the leash here.
Yeah. Okay, so left side.
Okay. So go ahead and bring Rigatoni to your left side as best as you can. Yep. Good. So right there, kind of, right? His right shoulder is parallel with your left leg, right? So that is heel position. If the shoulder is passing you, it needs to be addressed. If it's lagging, it needs to be addressed. If it's like over here, this can be addressed as well, right?
Got it.
So that's heel. And then go ahead and for your leash, when we're handling the leash,
Right-handed.
yeah, you're gonna go put your thumb through the loop instead of your hand like that. There we go, and then closing it.
Okay.
And then you'll have the remote in your right hand.
Okay.
And then with this left hand, go ahead and relax. Because your leash is kind of short.
I know. So
Yeah.
I ordered the 20-foot one, and then I got it delivered yesterday. It came like last night, but then it wasn't delivered. It was like they just sent the empty package.
Oh, what?
And then this morning, I taught yoga in the morning, and then by the time I got home, I had to bring them straight here, so I couldn't even stop. So.
No, yeah, we don't need a long leash for heel. That's for a recall, right?
Okay.
So since you have, and you don't need to get a new leash or anything like that. I'm not saying anything like that. But since you have the short leash, we're gonna go ahead and put this maybe in one hand. So you're gonna go ahead and put that leash in your left hand with the loop on your thumb. And then with this excess, right, you're gonna go ahead, let me show you. I think it'll be easier if I showed you. Good. So usually it'll be like this, and like with this hand,
Okay.
I like to have owners doing this so it's locked here, so it can't break. But since you have a short leash, it'll just be like this, which doesn't make any sense. So instead of having like this, what you'll do is you'll put this part on this thumb, and then it's locked here. So this will never break, right? Owners who have it like this, sometimes if the dog's pulling hard enough, it'll slip over.
Yeah.
Or like owners who've like wrapped it like 50 times around their fingers, it'll break their fingers. You'll have it like that. So through, yep, correct, yes.
Okay.
So right here, we have, the camera. We have a, go ahead and relax.
Okay.
So if he was go ahead and take one step forward, right there. Do you see how we have a J right there? Well, we had a J, right? So if the leash is like at the bottom of his collar, you'll see a J, and this J ends right at his armpit. So it's right here. That's telling me it's the perfect length, because if it's too low, he's gonna step over and we're gonna have to be constantly fixing and fixing and fixing. If it's too high and we're choking up, well, we're kind of forcing him to be in this heel position instead of having like the mental control of him making the decision, giving him all this leash to make the mistakes. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So we need to see the mistakes in order to kind of teach him these things. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Come here, Riggs.
What else? Good. So when we're teaching heel, right, the first thing we want to do is like probably walk forward, right? So as we walk forward, Rigatoni is probably going to pass you.
Yeah.
So he's here, he's good, right? He passes. What I'm going to have you do, every time he passes you like this, you're going to do a 180 to your right.
Okay.
He passes you, 180 to your right. And you're going to move like me.
Okay.
Passing you, 180 to your right. Passes you, 180 to your right, like this, right?
Okay.
Keeping your movement. What I'm also going to have you do is using the remote.
Okay.
I'll tell you when to tap. Don't worry about, should I tap here or anything. Just wait for me to tell you to tap. So he's going to be walking, right? Here's Rigatoni. You're walking. He passes you. You're in turn, and he's going to feel this, like, boom, tap. He's like, what is this? Oh, Dad's going this way. What if I follow him? Oh, it goes away.
Yeah.
Okay. As we keep repeating this, right? He's going to try to figure out other answers before that, right?
Okay.
So as we're walking, he could go to your right side. If he does this, you're going to want to keep moving, and you're just going to give gentle pressure back to your left, and then I'll tell you when to tap for this to let him know that this is the incorrect answer as well.
Okay.
He might resist. So he might, we're walking, he's feeling this, I don't like it, I want to stop, right? You're going to want to keep your movement, and I'll tell you when to tap in that moment. But yeah, the main thing, when he passes you,
180 turn.
correct, yes. And then we're not saying any words right now, we're just teaching this behavior.
Okay.
Whenever you're ready, you'll start walking forward.
Okay. Awesome.
Good. Tap. Good. Forward. Good job. Good job. Good. Tap. Good. Turn. Tap. Tap. Good. Turn. Tap. Good. Turn. Tap. Tap. Good job. Turn, tap. Good. Good. Slow turn, tap. Keep going forward, tap. You got it, good job. Good, turn, tap. Good job. Turn, tap. Tap. Good. Turn, tap. Turn, tap, tap. Go. Good. Keep going forward. Good. Turn, tap. Good. Now slow walk. Turn, tap. Tap, pull to your left. Tap. There you go. Keep moving forward. Good job. Slow turn. Tap. Good. Turn, tap. Good. Slow turn. Tap. Good. Slow walk. Good. Good, relax that arm. And then, yep, tap. Yep. Good job. Pull to your left, tap. Good, relax that arm. Good job. Tap. Good. Keep going forward. Keep going forward. See what happens here. Good. Now slow walk. And then turn, tap. Good. Tap. Good. Pull to your left, tap. There we go. Good. Slow walk. Good. Now do a slow turn to your right, and then come closer to me to give space to this dog. You're good to pass. Come here, come here. Good. Good. Tap. Tap. Good. Turn, tap, 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 tap. Good. And then make a right turn, back on the sidewalk. Good job. Good. Good. Now slower. Turn, tap. Good. Let's try 35. Oh, we're at 35, right?
Yeah.
40.
Okay.
Good. Good. Slow walk. Good. Now slow turn to your right and tap. He just decided to chew the stick. Pull to your left, tap, and keep moving forward. Good. Turn, tap. Good. Good. Slower. Now slow turn. No tapping needed. Pull to your left, tap. Good. Good. Tap. Good. Slow turn. Good. Tap. Good. Turn. Tap. Tap. Good. Good. Tap. Yep. Slow turn. Tap. Tap. Good. Good. Slow walk. Good boy.
Good boy.
Slower. Slower. Tap. Turn. Tap. Yep. Tap. Good. Good. Slow turn. No tapping needed. He's turning with you. Good. That's fine. Yep. Slow walk. Slower. Slower. And then stop right there. Good. So what did we notice as we kept going?
They kept looking at me a little bit.
Yeah. So more focus, right? And then when we would slow down, he'd slow down with us. People and dogs seem to be a little bit distracting with him, right? But that one time he was going up to the lady, tap, boom, he just like went back to you. So that's good. And then we're at 40, right?
40, yes.
40, yeah. So we were doing a lot of turning and he's still passing. So okay, this number is probably not enough, so let's try 40.
Yeah.
40, we got a little bit better. We might need to bump it again.
Okay.
But other than that, nothing out of the ordinary. He's taking to it very well. Any questions so far?
No, so I guess it's more just like tapping whenever he's
Pass.
getting ahead of me and
Yeah.
on the right side of me instead of the left.
Yeah, because he's trying to figure out, he's got options, right?
Yeah.
And we need to let him make these options so that he knows it's not here, it's not here, it's not here, it's not, if he jumps on you, it's not here, it's not that person's not gonna help you, this dog has nothing to do with it, it's just right here,
Yeah.
right? Even just like him, he's still, right? He hasn't like bothered anyone walking past or anything like that, so this is really good.
I know he'll pick up on everything fast.
Yes.
He's very smart.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not noticing anything out of the ordinary. It's very smooth. E-collar training should be very smooth. If there's something that's not going good, it's either the number might be different, something's wrong with the training,
Yeah.
or like the dog has like a behavioral issue.
Got it.
What else? And we'll teach the auto sits.
Okay.
We're gonna go ahead and do a few more
Okay.
and seeing where he's at, and then we'll do the automatic sitting.
Okay, cool.
So whenever you're ready, we can start walking this way.
Okay.
Yeah. Good. Tap. Good. And then slow turn. Good job. Good. Good. And then slow walk. Good. And then slow turn. Tap. Yep. Good. Good. Slow walk. And then pull to your left and tap. Yep. And then turn. Good. Good boy.
Good boy, Riggs.
And slow walk. Good. And then stop right there. Good. So that was a lot better, right?
Yeah.
Like we only tapped once, I think, or twice.
A couple times, yeah, but he's a big wanderer.
Yeah, yeah. So here, when we're teaching the automatic sitting, owners will ask, why can't I just say sit? Because the way we teach it, we're gonna go ahead and give leash pressure up, and then pair this with the e-collar. Sometimes dogs struggle because they're like, what's going on, right?
Yeah.
The reason why we don't want to say sit is because if we say sit, we're gonna have to say heel, sit, sit, right? Versus just saying heel, we come to a stop, he sits, we don't have to say anything, and we just keep walking, right? We don't have to say that many words throughout the training walk. So we're gonna go ahead, you can shorten your leash just to help so your arm's not like up here,
Okay.
right? Okay, he sat. So we're gonna go ahead and we'll do another walk. We'll slow to a stop, and you're gonna go ahead and grab closer to the collar, right? So right there, because your arm's a little bit, your left hand will be closer to the collar.
Yeah.
So let that little loop go that you grab, right? And grab closer to the collar.
So like down there.
Right, like right there. So your arm isn't like extended and it's more comfortable for you. So all you have to do is pull up and then tap right here. Good. So you're gonna go ahead and, release that leash, and then you're gonna go back into the walking mode.
Okay.
You can just start, yeah, you can start here and then circle around like that. Good. Keep walking, keep walking. Tap. Good boy. And then slow turn. Good. You got it. Good. And relax that arm. Good. Tap. Yep. Good. And we're at 45 or 40?
40.
Let's try 30.
Okay.
Good. Continue walking. You got it. Good. And a slow turn. Good. Relax that arm. Good. And then tap. Because we're tapping here for him to catch up. Good. And slow walk. Good. And then slow to a stop whenever you're ready. Good boy. Yep. You're gonna pull up, gentle pressure. You're good. And then tap. 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 Wait. Tap. More pressure up. Tap. Tap. And relax. And good boy.
Good boy.
Good. We're gonna do 5 stops,
Okay.
and we're gonna be doing this, right?
Okay.
The reason why we went down to 30, because you tapped here, and he kind of did like an overreaction, so I knew this was a little bit too much. He didn't yelp or anything, but I just saw a little overreact. So whenever you're ready, you go ahead and do the same thing, walk around this way. And then tap. There we go. Good. Good. Slow turn. No tapping needed. He's good. Good. And then slow to a stop whenever you're ready.
Okay.
Right there. Good. And good boy.
Good boy.
Good. And then proceed to walk again. Good. Good. And then slow turn. Good. And then slow to a stop whenever you're ready. Right there. Good.
Good boy.
Good boy. Good. Good. And then slow, and then stop whenever you're ready. And before you grab the leash, let's see what he does. Good. Now you'll pull up and tap, tap, and relax. Good. So we like to, I'll have you slow down first, then stop, then do the sit. Because I think you're going slow, and then you're pulling up, and then he's already doing it.
Oh, okay.
So like we'll keep it like one step at a time, seeing like, if we stop, like, because sometimes they catch on quick.
Yeah.
So sometimes if we stop, they'll just sit and they got it already before we're already kind of like doing it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But other than that, he's doing really good. Okay. Good. Tap. Good. And then slow to a stop whenever you're ready. Good. And good boy. Good. 2 more.
Okay.
Good. And then you can do these last 2 whenever you like.
Okay.
Tap, tap, and relax, and good boy. Good. 1 more. Good. So here, turn, tap, tap, good. And tap, and relax, and good boy. Good. So that one we turn and tap because he was like kind of like right here, right?
Yeah.
And I like to walk a little bit to see what they'll do, especially for the first session only. This is when I'll do it. All right, when you go home, if he's doing this and he's like here for a while, all right, we're gonna correct that because he's just hanging out there, right?
Yeah. What's like, is it usually like when they're head's length in front of you? Like what's your typical?
I either tell
First set of
owners,
legs or-
yeah. I either tell the owners look at the right shoulder,
Okay.
or sometimes if you know they're not understanding that, then look at the e-collar. If the e-collar passes you, I'm immediately going to turn, right? Sometimes owners are like, well, he's not pulling me, he's passing me, but he's not pulling,
Yeah.
right? So sometimes an inch can turn to 2 inches, 3 inches, 4 inches, and then it grows and grows and grows, right? If we let these little things slide, he can go back to, you know, lunging, or like, not like lunging, like
Pulling.
saying hi, pulling, exactly. He can go back to pulling when he wants and all these other things. So if we are very black and white, he's gonna be thinking, okay, I really need to focus. I don't care about these little kids running around. I need to focus where dad's going because I can't even get away with an inch.
Yeah.
Does it make sense? So at the collar or the shoulder, whatever you decide to look at, as long as you're being consistent with it and you're being very strict with that, because like I said, if you let an inch pass, he will make it 2 inches and then it'll keep going up and up and up.
For sure.
Does it make sense?
Yeah.
Anything else?
No, I guess this is more like out of curiosity. So like, say I'm going out of town and my like parents are watching it.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, do I enforce that training? Obviously, I'm going to keep enforcing it, but like I'm just going to train them on how to do it.
Yeah. That you can teach them like a one-on-one,
Yeah.
or you can send them this video.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. So everything's being recorded and it's got like the good microphones and everything, so they can hear well. And there's not wind and everything like that. But yes, when you press the button on 30, right? 30?
Yeah.
When you press the button on 30, and when they press the button on 30, it should be the same, right? There's no like, you know, you're getting the best control because you're stronger than your parents, right? There shouldn't be any of that because, like I said, 30 is 30, right? Now, there's certain things like what he can get away with mom versus you.
Yeah.
Does it make sense? So
Yeah.
if he's like walking with mom and mom lets him maybe pee when he wants to pee, and we'll talk about like the break command, right? Pee when he wants to pee in the walk, that's incorrect.
Yeah.
So then that can lead to other things and like, you know, stuff like that. As long as they have like the basic understanding of the remote and like when to use it and everything, that should be fine. I'm not too worried about it, but for Rigatoni, you would want to rotate that e-collar every hour if he's gonna wear it for a long time.
Okay.
To avoid pressure sores. It has nothing to do with the stimulation, it's just 2 metal probes being in one spot for a long time.
Yeah.
If he's swimming or he's gonna be wet here, like a dog was playing with another dog and like the drool made this area where the e-collar is wet, they're more prone to getting pressure sores quicker because it's wet as well. What else? Last command or anything else?
No.
Okay. Last thing we'll teach you in this lesson will be break. Owners like to use break or free or okay, letting their dog know that they don't need to be here anymore. They can go, they're free. So did you want to use break, free, okay, or?
Probably okay.
Okay. So you're gonna go ahead and whenever you're ready, you're gonna cue the word okay. You're gonna stay where you are, you're gonna plant your feet, and you're just gonna, maybe you can take a step forward. You're just gonna like push him to the grass.
Okay.
So it's gonna be, okay, and then bring him to the grass, and then you can like follow him and everything like that. Good.
Okay.
Good. Bring him to the grass. Good. And now he's free. He can pee, poop, chew all the leaves he wants to, or he can take a nap. You'll find that he's gonna become more tired because of this, right? It's not him being sad, it's just that he knows what to do now in these walks, right? He's focused. It's mentally tiring for dogs to be, you know, trained this way because it's requiring a lot of mental work and like figuring out what are we doing and like focus, like I need to be right here and all these other things. So you might see him just like, sometimes the chewing the grass just stops, right? Has nothing to do with personality in that sense. It's more of him like, I don't know what to do, I'm gonna chew the grass, right? He's still gonna be all goofy and everything, right? It's just like some behaviors that for me show overstimulation, like right here when you turn, you didn't see it, he turned, it was like when we first started, and he just grabbed that stick and just started chewing it. But then like tap, you're like, okay, I don't do that, I need to stay here, right? So all these little things might go away. So what else? So yeah, when you get home, he might be knocked out.
Yeah, that's great. That's what I like.
Yeah. What else? And then, so when you go home, you'll just practice what we're teaching you.
Okay.
Again, find your number. Actually, no, potty break. Find your number. Once you have found your number, then you just start walking, and then you'll tap to make him come to you, and then you'll turn as needed. Always do, if he passes you, always turn right and tap. Never pull back and tap or tap while you're walking. Always turn right and tap.
Okay. So should I be, like every time I bring him out, do that?
Yeah, just find your number, and then like once you just get the general range, like okay, it's every day has been this number, like then you can just strike that number. Cool. And then once you, let's say he's potting, and you already know it's gonna be 30, you can just start walking and tap. Because that first tap is technically the cue for him to come into the heel position, right? We'll start giving you the verbal command next week. Not next week, because we're canceling July 4th weekend. I forgot to tell you.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay. So it'll be,
I figured, actually.
yeah. I think it'll be the following week, or I forget when you can't make it.
The following week.
Okay, so the following week we'll continue class. Yes, the 11th, yeah. We'll give you like the word. So for this week, just, you know, and then the next week, just practicing like, you know, turning, tapping, and then I'll see if we can get this video up. Because when are your parents gonna have him?
They will have him not until August.
Oh, okay.
So,
I don't know why I was assuming it's for July 4th weekend or something like that.
No.
Okay.
No. I just wanted to know, just in general, just out of curiosity, because like sometimes too, like our friends and I will like trade off dogs for the day too. So like,
fun.
It's just for like
cool
energy.
Yeah.
So yeah, just anything that I can use to reinforce. I think in these first, obviously, couple weeks,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to do that, but just for my own knowledge. Yeah.
Cool. Anything else?
No. Buddy, you're doing so well.
Trying to think if I'm missing anything. The less you use the leash and the more you use the e-collar, the better he'll be. And the more taps you give, the less taps you'll give in the future. So be very generous with the e-collar. Try to remain relaxed. Let the e-collar do the pulling for you, the talking. What else? If you're going for a walk and then you know he has to pee, what I'll have you do is, let's say he's in heel. You're gonna approach the grass, slow. Let him sit first, then, okay, right? Because if we're gonna walk to the grass, and we're just gonna say, okay, and he just goes every single time, what can happen is, let's say we're walking, and like we're gonna turn a corner, but there's a patch of grass, and we're gonna turn, he's probably just gonna shoot. Because he's like, oh, I know what this is, right? This is break, or okay. If you're walking, so that's if you wanna give him a potty break, so let's say we like, get the potty stuff out first, so that he shouldn't potty on your walk, but if you wanna give him a potty break, do it this way.
He has a boy dog, so he likes to mark everything.
Yes. I'm trying to think if I'm missing anything else. Other than that, I think that's all.
Okay, awesome.
If any questions arise, feel free to email me and I'll answer them. That battery on your remote, right? It's blue light and you get 3 bars.
Yeah.
That does not mean that your collar is fully charged, right? They're different.
Yeah.
They last long. Making sure they're turned off throughout the night. You both have buttons on them. You hold it, turn on, hold it, turn off. What else? What else? What else?
Then I guess like for indoors, like do you recommend keeping it on, like just taking it off?
When you go home,
Yeah.
keep it on for 15 more minutes,
Yeah.
then take it off,
Okay.
so that he's not realizing like this is like only discipline. Like let him chill out with it, relax with it. Sometimes, you know, owners will put it on throughout the day, like they're getting comfortable with it, or like if you know he's gonna play with his friend, I'd collar him up. You don't have to use it, just collar him up, have him getting used to like, oh, I can play with this as well. It's not only with Enrique Adas Park, we're learning something different, right? What else? So yeah, when you get home, 15 minutes after, you can take it off. Same thing when you start your walk, collar him up 15 minutes before, let him just hang out with it. Then you can start take him outside and do his potty stuff and everything like that. If he runs away, right? So let's say you're bringing it out and he's like, oh hell no, right? Here he knows what it's about. He's gonna run away. Be very like, excite him, right? Like, we're gonna go for a walk. And like, this is like, you know, this means walk, you know? Yeah. Be very excited, good boy. And if he's, you know, just go ahead and just, you know, I'd probably leash him up first, then bring it out. So if he does run, you have the leash to kind of hold him here. Yeah. So I do your best to hold him, collar him up. Don't like console him, right? Because if you're like, I know buddy, right? Then you're telling him like, I know it's scared, I don't like it. And then he's saying like, well, if you don't like it, I don't like it. Yeah. So then, you know, and if he's still struggling, you know, he's still like a little bit scared of it, you can introduce food to it. Like, you know, owners will do food, collar, food. When they come home 15 minutes after, food, taking off the collar, and more food like that. Yeah. But other than that, those things, they tend to go away very fast. Yeah. Jesse's dogs, he'll tell his clients, like, and my dogs, like, once I whip out that e-collar, right, at this time, she's 3. I started when she was like 4 months old, right? Yeah. She's like, oh, outside, off leash, we're doing a whole bunch of stuff, right? E-collar's coming out. But yeah, anything else?
No.
Cool.
Thank you. Yeah.
All right, Mike. It was nice meeting you. Nice meeting a little Rigatoni. Yeah. I will see you guys.